I don't know where your life and your business is right now, and I don't know where you want it to go, but I wanted to talk about something that's been super powerful in my life. Now, I'm sitting here in my office in my house. We just decorated the house for Christmas, and it's just amazing. I wasn't always in a position to be able to do that. We used to live in a basement of a family member. We were renting it, and I had just been fired as a financial advisor. I was, just struggling all over the place, and I needed to figure things out. I was working in film. I was working long hours. I wasn't making the money that I needed to in order to support my family with the needs of everyday life. We were on food stamps and Medicaid. We were on the free lunch programs at school, and it was very hard for me to just feel good about myself as a husband, as a father, and as an entrepreneur. I had to make things better. I had to improve them. I had to change everything that was going on in my life. And I made some very specific changes in my life to be able to get out of that basement and into a house. We're renting this amazing house now, and it's like it's ours. We've put up decorations for Christmas. It just feels like home, when before we were reliant on somebody else in order to have a roof over our heads. As I look back on my entire life, I've been obsessed with stories. I love storytelling. Those of you who know me know how important storytelling is for me. I was working in film. I was doing lighting and camera work and having lots of fun, meeting Hollywood producers and Oscar winners and Emmy winners. And I was also a freelance photojournalist for NBC. And so I was doing lots of storytelling. I was around amazing people, but I wasn't making the money that I needed to in order to provide for my family. Now, myself, I'm a husband, a father, a best-selling author, and a storytelling marketer, and I work with heart-centered e-com sellers and entrepreneurs that have an amazing product that they know changes lives and can have a huge impact on the world, and I help them sell more of those products through storytelling. But before I could get to that point, as a heart-centered entrepreneur myself, I had to figure out how to tell my story, how to be able to use it in a way that connected people to me, that built relationships, that built trust, and then also sold my services and my products, right? And I know that it's hard to want to help and serve everybody. I know it. It's not your fault. You are following your heart. You love helping people. And there have been people who have taken advantage of you as a result. And if you're anything like I was, you didn't have the income that you always wanted, right? Or you look at the money coming in versus the money going out, and you're like, how in the world are we going to make things work, right? And it was frustrating, and it was hard because you're following your heart, you're following your dreams, you're doing the best to serve people the best way that you know how, but sometimes you still fall short. I was doing the same kind of thing, right? So I made the decision to intentionally and purposely start using stories for my business, to build relationships with my ideal clients, the other heart-centered entrepreneurs that I love working with, right? And as I started to do that, amazing things began to happen. I started without a following at all. I didn't have anyone. I didn't have a list. I didn't have a community. I didn't have any of that. I was completely unknown. I had no ties to any entrepreneurs or small business groups or any of those kinds of things. But if I wanted to be able to connect with them and start to find them and attract those kinds of clients that I could help, I had to start telling my story and sharing my point of view. So I started doing Facebook Lives every day. I started doing intentional content. And I was learning a lot about it, using psychology and sales and connection as the driving force behind everything that I was doing. And it was a lot of fun. And I soon started to gain a following. I started to get people asking me questions. I started to have people inviting me to speak on their podcast or to be on their summits. And eventually I started getting clients as a result of it. And I started getting the best clients. You know, the ones that don't feel like they are clients. It doesn't feel like work when you're with them. It feels like you're with friends and with family. You have a relationship and it's strong. I started to have those kinds of clients. And it was amazing how I was able to help them, which is why I do what I do. But I was also able to start making the income and the revenue in my business that I needed to in order to change my situation, and able to grow and, be able to outsource parts of my business and have people help me with the production side of my video production business and all those kinds of things, right? Story is how I grew that following. Story is how I got invited onto people's platforms, onto people's stages. I've spoken on stage a few times in front of thousands of people. And I've been able to have people show up to workshops that I've put on. All of this is because of the stories that I use to share and put out to my business. And it brings the right people to me. 2020 has been 2020, right? It started off thinking that we were going to go one direction, and then everything that happened in 2020 happened, and we had to change and change course. With a lot of entrepreneurs and businesses now working from home or being forced to, promote themselves and get their message out there, I started to see that there was an extreme need, especially for the heart-centered entrepreneurs, to be able to connect and attract the right kinds of clients when they aren't able to go to networking events, when they aren't able to go to, these awesome things and able to meet people and network and grow their following and all that kind of stuff, right? I spent 9 days and I went through my whole storytelling process from beginning to actually publishing and putting it out for the world to consume. And what I found was incredible. I found the most amazing humans. I found the most powerful, heart-centered entrepreneurs that love connecting with people and that love focusing on serving and building relationships. And the revenue and everything is, a side effect of that relationship. And also to help them tell the stories of their products and what they sell in a more concise, intentional, and clear way that gets an emotional response and gets the audience to buy. So I went through and I compiled this Storytelling Framework Masterclass. Now what it is, it's the 9-step deep dive guide, video lessons on how to tell your story in a way that connects with your audience, in a way that gets them to understand who you are, what you're all about, why you're passionate, how you can help them, and how your products and services help them in their lives. We go through all 9 of my key critical steps, from begin with the end in mind to do it now, don't wait, right? So all the way from concept to delivery, we go through and I show you all of the elements that go into powerful storytelling. And it's an incredible video course. We have a members area and it's just full of amazing, amazing things. Now, it's been out for a few months and it's only $97. But the reason I'm sharing this message with you today is that today is the last day it's actually available for $97. Tomorrow, it goes to $147, okay? So, it's Cyber Weekend and Black Friday weekend and all that stuff. I don't have some super crazy offer that I'm putting together. What I'm offering you is the ability to tell your stories in a way that connects with people, in a way that gets people to understand you, feel the power that you have within you, and understand how you can help them. I'm offering you the opportunity to purchase being able to tell your story in a way that connects with your ideal client avatar, with the people that you dream about being able to serve, being able to tell the stories of why you got started, what the product or what the service is that you have to offer them, and how it will change their lives. These are the kinds of stories you need to be telling every day. But we shy away from it because we're worried that nobody's going to listen. I'm not that interesting. I don't have the big story to tell. Who's going to listen? Or you're overwhelmed and you don't know where to even begin. You know you have powerful experiences throughout your whole life's, the days that you've been on this earth, but you don't know where to even begin. What to share versus what to keep private, or those kinds of things. This will help you identify that path to being able to tell those stories and sell more of your products. If you want to be able to become even more focused in those stories and get further faster, get the Storytelling Framework Masterclass. If you're feeling that overwhelmed because your favorite marketer or your guru or your coach or a mentor is telling you to publish and tell your stories and how important it is, but you're feeling overwhelmed because you don't actually get any guidance onto how to actually tell those stories, get the Storytelling Framework Masterclass. You will overcome it. Okay? It is the life's culmination of me being obsessed with stories, movies, TV shows, fairy tales, all of those kinds of things, as well as working on 13 feature films as a crew member, 1 feature film as a key actor, tons of commercials, 2 network television series, all while being a freelance photojournalist for NBC. Tack onto it my study of sales, psychology, and marketing, as well as video. All of that is incorporated into this amazing class. It is not designed to overwhelm you with information so that you'll stay or be like, oh, Nick, there's so much stuff. I need your help. And it's not designed to overwhelm you. This is designed to get you clarity. Okay? It gives you clarity on how to move forward and how to start telling your stories the right way. And when I say the right way, you know what I mean. You are a heart-centered entrepreneur. The way that makes you feel ethical and good about what you're saying. It's not manipulative. It's not full of tacky sales strategies and things like that in order to get everyone to say yes, 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 so that then when you drop the price, they say yes. It's not that. It's all about connection. It's all about depth. It's all about substance. Because that is what people are craving in today's crazy society and in today's craziness that we live in with COVID and 2020 in general. So if you're ready to tap into and discover the fortune that lies hidden within your story, to be able to level the playing field between you and your favorite marketers, to give you the unfair advantage over your competitors, but doing it in an ethical way that makes you feel good about what you're doing, that makes your audience feel good and feel connected to you and build trust and love and like and familiarity and understanding, get the Storytelling Framework Masterclass right now. It's only $97 and it's only going to be $97 for the rest of today. Tomorrow it goes up to $147, okay? So go and snag it. Get started right now. I'm excited to have you come and join us. It's going to be incredible. You can change the world. It just takes one story.